Hi, how are you my people? Hope you're doing well. Welcome again to our channel. Today it's a very chilly day because we have really had a great storm. As I had already told you, this is the rainy season. I wanted today we look at the production on our maize plants, which we have done for the last 1.5 months. And I wanted to show you what I had already told you about productivity when you use organic fertilizer. So today I want to bring your attention to our maize productivity. As you can see, we will harvest per tree, we will be able to harvest 2 or 3 pods. This is one pod, this is another pod. It has fruited, and we have also the third pod here. It has flowered. This is the male part and this is the female part. So when the pollen will be dropping, they will be dropping on the 3 pods, and at the end of the day, the maize will be formed in here. Normal maize that are not grown using organic, you might not find them being able to produce 3. But because of organic farming, yesterday I was telling you that you will be able to increase your farm output by over 3 times, or 30% of your normal harvest. So imagine if this is 1 acre of land and all your plants were able to give you 3 pods per plant. How much harvest will you have? Look at the beans also. The beans, the productivity of the beans. You see how much grown the pods are and how much healthy also the seeds have been released. So by the time also the harvest will be, this one will be more than 30% because of organic fertilizer. So when you're engaging into your farming for any season, you should be able to understand which type. Actually, you first have to start with the seeds. Which type of seeds do you want to use? Make sure you use well treated seeds which have been dried up. There is that phase that a seed usually goes through before it can germinate. It is called dormancy. If you just take a seed that has not gone through the dormancy, when you put it on the soil during the germination, it will not have productivity like that one which has broken the dormancy. So ensure that you buy the correct seeds when you want to start cultivating.
Why do you heap the soil? As you can see, you have heaped the soil on the stems of the maize. And
if you today's rain, for those who are in Kakamega, if you've seen today's rain, it was a storm. It even had hailstorms, but you've seen our plants are intact. They have not even moved. So when we have been doing our weeding, we have been bringing the soil back. When we bring the soil back close to the plant, what we are trying to do is to give the plant firmness with the soil, so that they do not shake or they are not able to be uprooted because of the rains. So this is why we bring back the soil when we are doing weeding. It also gives more nutrients to the plant, because you're bringing the soil that was unutilized. Those ones that were on the roadside, they were unutilized, but they had nutrition because we also dropped the fertilizer everywhere around the farm. So even if it had exhausted the fertilizer that was within, it is able to use the fertilizer that was heaped back. Thank you, and hope you join us in the organic farming career path. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you. Hi guys, today we'll be looking at how we have partitioned our farm. So as I said, the farm has 4 parts. This is the first part. We have our maize and beans cultivation. Anywhere that the land is not being utilized for anything, we decided to put the maize and the beans. So you should also be looking at what you can do with the extra land that you have. As you look to maybe develop your land, it is good not to leave the land idle, because we have been through the phase where the drought season in the country. So it is good to ensure that you contribute towards food security, which is the main agenda for the current government. So this is the first part. The second part, you can see we have our beans. we had done separation of seasons for the beans. So the first season we planted with the maize, you see they are ready. We also separated, we gave some timelines between the first season and the second season. That's why you see these ones, they have not yet started to produce the pods because they came in later, so that we don't harvest once, but they're about to start producing the pods. So this one is for the next season, so that always through all the seasons of the year, you have something for yourself. Then on this farm is where we have done our grafted oranges. These are the seedless ones that are grafted with the lemon plant. So on this land, we are doing the pixel oranges, and we're also doing the Mira here, and we're also doing livestock farming here. So integrated farming, you have the maize and beans, you have beans as cover crops. When we remove the beans, we'll do soya beans. Soya beans is good because you can use it as feeds for your animals, and also you can produce soy milk. You know, people are going people, yes, they are living healthy and they are avoiding meat products. So we have soya beans. We'll give you a clip on how you can produce soya beans milk. You can also do soya yogurts using the soya beans. So after this season, we will do soya beans here. The second piece of land, we have given it maize and the dragon fruit. I remember I gave a clip about the dragon fruit, but in between these two, we have done the fruit trees, which is the grafted mangoes, both the apple mango and the purple mango. So again, on the theme of proper utilization of land, make sure that you utilize each and every part of your land.
What happened to this?
We usually have something we call the moles, which like crawling below the ground. So this mole, when it was passing through the land, when it got here, it did not have a place to go. So it decided, we had an orange tree here. It decided to eat the orange tree. So you might also find a way how you're supposed to invest on trapping these farm pests, but this is nature. There's no way you can control them 100%. What you can do, plant. We have some plants that when they eat, it usually kills them. So have those plants. There is one there. It has some sour milk. So when they eat this type of tree, they usually die out. When they eat the roots of this tree. So have such plants in your farm that can biologically control the pests, so that you don't have to use chemicals in your farm as you try to maintain organic farming. On this part, we are doing House avocado and plantains. So keep sharing, keep enjoying our videos as you all help each other, so that we can be able to enjoy organic farming. Hi guys, welcome back to Kamix Organic Farms. Today I wanted to show you what happens on your normal operations of under farming. So it is good to be walking around your farm on a daily basis. We have really had a very heavy storm today, and we came to check out the farm after the rains to ensure that all the plants were well. If you can see, our beans have been really affected, the ones which are cover crops to the apple trees, because the areas where they were so close to the 2x2 feet land, they really dropped into the the pit. And for the apples, they have really soaked the water, because you see this is a 2x2 feet land. It's a 2x2 feet hole that does not have a drainage. So like for that apple, it was submerged on water, the one that I'm trying to draw water from. It was really submerged in water. So if we not have passed through the farm, we would not have seen. By tomorrow, that plant will be dead. But because we did furrows, we did trenches in between the dragon, we are pouring water on the trenches, so that when it dries up again by tomorrow, the dragon can be able to utilize the waters that is in the trenches. So this is the basic concept of integrated farming. Everything you do should be linked to the next one. The trenches are barriers to holding water. the heaps of sand in between, we have planted vegetables on it, and then we have the dragon fruit in between. Now let us try to remove the waters from this apple so that it does not die out because of too much watering. So as you're doing your agriculture cannot be done by phone. Agriculture has to be something you get dirty doing for you to understand. Because if I have a farm helper, but the farm help is not here. But because this is what you do as your daily routine and you have a passion for it, you will come back every day to see how your plantation are doing. So when you go into farming, please don't be a mobile farmer where you employ people and you let people run your farm. You'll end up destroying all your investment. So again, thank you for following us, thank you for watching us, and thank you for supporting us during this phase that we are trying to embrace integrated organic farming, and also to prove that Western Kenya environment is habitable to all tropical fruits in Kenya.
And what is the good side of the, you have complained too much about oversoil, but you told me the other day that apples require a lot of water. So
there's an English saying that says too much of something is poisonous. This is too much water. Even if you don't, you cannot see it. Even if you are assuming that this small apple can be able to absorb this kind of water. If it was fruiting or if it was flowering, it would have destroyed the flowers. So just be going through your farm to understand how your plants are doing. Thank you, and see you next time. Follow us, subscribe, and like our page.
your page, you said your page, it's called?
It is called Kamix Organic Farms, Tropical Farms, and you can reach us. We will leave our contacts below so that in case of any inquiries, you can reach us direct.
So this is an apple plant, eh?
Yeah, this is an apple, grafted apple. Thank you. So as you're seeing, we are trying to remove the mud from the apple so that it can breathe. Because if you don't do this, as I said, it will die out. It's not an easy task, but this is the joy of farming. So you have to be careful also not to destroy the cover crops which you have around when you're removing the extra mud from the storm drains. So as you're seeing, the land is looking so beautiful. What he is doing right now, he is now trying to retrieve back the leaves that had already been sunk by the extra mud. It was like a small mudslide from the edges of the 2 by 2 feet hole that usually accommodates a small apple tree. So what you are trying to do is not to allow the plant to die out from overwatering. Yes, the plant requires water, but also too much water will be able to kill the plant while it's still young. So we have tried to harvest the water. If you saw the water when we are beginning, we have some garlic here. So we are trying also now to remove a lot of water from around the hole so that it does not get back. Or if it rains again at night, we don't have the problem of the same hole accommodating a lot of water. So as I said, it's a good thing as a farmer to always keep an eye on your plantations, whether it's the dry season, whether it's the rainy season, whether it's the winter season. It depends with which region you are, but always keep an eye, whether you're doing livestock farming, whether you're doing fruit planting, or whether you're doing normal farming. Ensure that you always go around your farm at least 2 or 3 times in a day, so as number one, to inspect what your farm helps are doing. Number two, also be careful, there's another hole on that side. You see, the problem of this place right now, the soil is too wet, and you can easily step on a soil that can again break into another hole. So farming is a technical career, but it is a rewarding career. So we encourage you to also embrace organic farming. We have tried not to put the soil that we have removed from the hole so far away from this land, because we had already done fertilizers, we had already applied fertilizer, so we did not want to waste the fertilizer by throwing it away. So we have returned this mud back to the other cover crops. So it's good also to have cover crops for such reasons, so that you don't have so much mud around. But you're seeing everything is looking nice. Our cameraman, today you have become the farmer. Can you say something? Yeah, how was the experience harvesting mud?
Very enjoyable.
Uh-huh.
You can feel the touch and connection with the nature.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you see, you have to be careful. The way you take care of your kids,
Uh-huh.
take care of this plants.
So what can you tell the small farmers who do not want to get that?
I want to encourage them that nothing comes easy. You have to work hard to gain, so that when you come and pick your fruit here, your apple here, this the next 1 year, you'll enjoy the crunchiness of the apples. Do not remember the pain.
You not remember the mud,
Yeah.
and also remember to wash up, because this is mud. There are a lot of bacteria and worms inside the mud, because you're doing organic, so that you don't get infected, you don't get the, what are they called, jiggers. You're seeing every time we go to the farm, we always have our gumboots on. So if you can invest in proper farmware, it is also good. We hope that you enjoyed today's session, and we hope that you will continue following us and subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and until next time, this was Kamix Organic and Tropical Fruit Farm, and thank you for being our loyal subscribers.